Tombstone is 4 miles by the left fork. But I guess my poker game in Galeyville could wait.
Well, I doubt that, Doctor. Anyway, I'm going into Tombstone alone.
Taking off your guns?
That's right. You hang on to them for me, would you?
If you're going in alone, you better keep them.
No, sir. I'm going into Tombstone as a land agent for the Earp Brothers Incorporated. I'm not a marshal anymore. Anyway, an unarmed stranger's a lot safer than a fella toting guns.
Wyatt and Tombstone, they don't care if a man is armed or not. They just shoot him in the back. Then they search his body to see what they can steal.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. Hang on to that for me, too, will you? So long, Doc.
You stubborn ox. You'll find out, and soon, when you meet up with the clamp.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
When Wyatt Earp headed for Tombstone, he was riding toward the toughest town in the American West. A town built on one of the richest silver deposits ever discovered. In Tombstone, a miner was shot in the back for a few bags of silver ore. Immigrant miners fought outlaw cowboys on Allen Street. Violence ruled Tombstone, which had but one peace officer. An effort was made to blow up the city jail as a gesture of contempt for the dirty politics in Tombstone.
All right, bring him out here. Come on, bring him out here. Come on. We'll learn you miners to stay away from the bird cage. It's on. All right, boys, get to work.
Come on now, boys, stop it.
Miss Cash,
What are you trying to do, Denver? Start a riot?
just greasing feathers.
We'll get even.
Well, they sure will. Why don't you turn them loose, Denver?
The bird cage is our hangout. We don't want no dirty miners around here. The Oriental Saloon is theirs. They should stay there. Plaster them good.
All right, plaster them good and then have your fight. I'll get the hospital ready.
Get busy with those feathers.
There's some water for you, Candy.
Whoa, stranger. You have to pay me first.
What is it, champagne?
No, sir, it's my water. 2 bits a gallon. The trough belongs to the Oriental.
Where's the public trough?
Young fella, there ain't no free water in Tombstone. We haul this water from way down in the valley.
Way down the valley, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's a half a buck. Give me 2 gallons, huh?
Well, thank you, young fella. Oh, say, mister, how many horse swallows is 2 gallons?
Hold it, cowboy. Get your horse away from our trough.
This ain't exactly your trough, Mr. Grogan. It belongs to the Oriental.
You keep out of this, Powder. No cowboys allowed around the Oriental. It belongs to us miners.
I'm not a cowhand, friend.
Take him to the bird cage. That's where he belongs.
Mister, you shouldn't have done that.
My fight.
All right, no more fight. Take my horse on over to the bird cage. Pass some water on him. He needs it.
All right, boys, give us a hand. Come on, take him out.
Oh, he's got an awful lump on his head. Give me a hand.
He's no friend of mine, lady.
You help me. Those miners will come out and beat him some more.
This ain't my fight, lady.
Denver! Denver!
Yes, Miss Clanton?
Oh, Denver, give me a hand with this cowboy. Dr. Goodfellow. Thank heavens you're here. The fighting may start any minute.
Now, who is it this time?
The cowboys and the miners again.
Don't you ever give up, Nellie? Cowboys, outlaws, these miners. You're wasting your sympathy, and I'm wasting my time.
Oh, Jose, come and get this man, will you? Take the next bed right over there. Easy now. Take it easy.
Well, come in, come in.
You take a lot of time with this miner. What about the cowboy?
He'll have to wait his turn.
He's not in bad shape, Miss Clanton. That miner over there looks like he's got a broken rib. The miners started the fight. I saw it. You saw it? He could have killed all four of them with his fists. That coward hit him with a club.
I should hold him till I can get back to him.
You look at the cowboy next, huh?
Cowboy, huh?
What do you think, Doc?
I'm afraid I'll have to operate on this one, Nellie.
But you said the cowboy's next.
All right, all right. Jose.
See?
Pressure bandage for this fellow's head.
See?
Doctor, you attend the miners, and a cowboy's turned over to someone else.
Miss Clanton, this cowboy hasn't even got a cracked skull. That miner needs surgery. Now, don't pester me. I'm busy.
Howdy. Where am I?
Tombstone. Well, this is Dr. Goodfellow, and I'm Nellie Cashman. I have the Cashman Hotel next door. You've got a wallop on the head.
Must be pretty handy with your fists.
For a cowboy. Usually you fellas are only handy with your guns.
Cowboy. You think I'm a cowhand, huh?
Our local paper calls you fellas cowboys.
Doctor, I'm not a cowboy. I just came town to try and buy some real estate. I hope those miners aren't too bad hurt.
Fractured jaw, busted rib. I should charge you for the operations, but you better leave town. You can't fight 3,000 miners.
Doc, you look tired. Why don't you go on in the hotel and have your dinner, huh?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Friendly old cuss, ain't he?
You gave him an awful lot of extra work today.
Miss Cashman, I didn't start that fight. I was just trying to water my horse.
Well, those miners had just been greased and feathered by cowboys, and you're a cowboy, so it doesn't matter who started it. What's your name?
Well, I seem to remember Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones. Well, it suits me. Mr. Jones, you'd be doing me a favor if you left town.
Why?
Because I'm trying to stop a big shoot-up between the cowboys and the miners.
Miss Cashman, I'm not a cowboy and I'm not a miner.
You're dressed like one. Emma Clanton had a Clanton rider bring you in here, and she says you're a cowboy.
Well, no. And by the way, where's my horse?
My stable?
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Just leave Tombstone. Emma's probably rounding up that Clanton gang right now. They've just been itching for an excuse to raid this town, and I'm afraid you're it.
Where's your marshal?
It's an old man.
What about the sheriff?
His office is in Tucson. That's 90 miles from here. Well, there isn't any law here, Mr. Jones. No law at all.
You have a room for me over at your hotel?
Yes, but... Mr. Jones, you ought to leave Tombstone before sunup.
The Clantons need a better excuse than me. What about the miners? What are you going to do about them?
Well, Mr. Gerd is the biggest mine operator here. I could talk to him.
Well, then I'll think about leaving town. You seen my boots?
Oh.
Thank you. When'd you, first start being the peacemaker of Tombstone?
I wouldn't say I'm that. I just happen to like it here, Mr. Jones. A lot of people tell you this is a pretty rough town. And it is. But it can be a fine place to live. People around here just need to realize that there's room for everybody here without anybody being taken advantage of.
Miss Cashman, you're quite a lady.
I know how you feel, boys, but I'll tell you this. If the Clantons come to make a fight, I'll unlock the company guns.
What about that cowboy?
If you think he ought to be run out of town, go ahead. But no company guns.
Yes, sir.
Papa, he can fight. He put 3 miners in the hospital with his fists.
Most likely I'll hire him.
Don't hurry. Nellie Cashman will turn him over to the miners. The boys should ride into Tombstone and help him.
No, it ain't sensible to make a big fight with him. Just set up a holler for a real Johnny Law at Tombstone. If this cowboy can shoot, baby, you hire him on the spot.
He wasn't carrying guns.
Maybe he had to sell them for grub. Take him a couple of mine.
Thanks, Papa. Can I start now?
At night?
Well, I was just afraid that maybe...
Em, honey, I promised your ma you'd be raised a lady, and by the holy, you've been raised a lady, and no lady rides into Tombstone after dark.
All right, Papa. Morning, then. Night.
Night, baby.
Who's there?
Nellie Cashman.
Come in.
Mr. Jones, there's been a lot of ugly talk amongst the miners. Won't you please get out of here before it's too late?
Miss Cashman, I'm afraid it's already too late. Take a look out that window. Necktie party?
They promised me they'd let you leave. Now, I don't know what's happening. They're wearing guns. Maybe you better stay here in the hotel.
Has Tombstone always been divided between the miners and the cowboys?
Afraid it's not that simple, Mr. Jones. You see, the cowboys are what we call insiders. That means that they're inside the 10% ring that boss this territory. And the Clantons are with them, so they're insiders, too.
And what about the miners?
Outsiders. They want a decent town, and they fight against the 10% ring and the Clantons.
Well, where does your marshal stand?
Fred White's out of town. Well, Mr. Gird's still our best chance. He can control the miners if... Miners all around the hotel. Papa loaned you these guns. So you are a cowboy.
No, Miss Nellie. But I've never been run out of town.
All right, give me half an hour. Mr. Gird.
Oh, Miss Cashman.
Mr. Gird, you promised me that you'd let him leave town.
You didn't tell us he was a Clanton gunslinger.
But he's not. I'm sure he's not.
Didn't the Clanton girl just take his guns into him?
Yes, but... What do your men plan to do?
The Chief White isn't here, so we're going to take him to jail ourselves. I won't have my men being beaten up by a Clanton.
He is a Clanton man. You know he won't stay there 5 minutes.
I can't control my men unless I make the effort. Now you tell Jones to come on out here unarmed and surrender to me.
It's Nellie. It's all fixed. You surrender to Gird, he puts you in jail, and then one of Clanton's judges gets you out of jail.
I'm sorry.
Well, then would you at least try to get out of town?
All right, I'll hear that much.
Come on, follow me.
Miners?
They're waiting for you. There's an old mine shaft down in the cellar. You could follow the drift to the edge of town, and I'll stall them for a few minutes until you get a head start.
Right.
Oh, you wait here. I'll send Jose with a lantern.
Thank you.
You go left the first stope. Turn right and follow narrow drift.
Thank you.
Left to edge of town, senor.
Who's that behind me?
See.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones? I wonder where he could have gone.
Down the mine stope in your cellar. But we'll get him. Now, I know you mean well, Nellie, but you keep out of it.
All right, you two boys go in this one and start towards Allen Street from here.
Come down here and you'll get a bullet.
Don't shoot. You might hit Tad or Mike.
Jose, put him in the last bed, will you? Take it easy. Take the bed over there. Easy. Jose, can you get this man?
Mr. Gerd, you and Miss Nellie are fools. Besides these men, how many has he killed?
None we could find, and we can't find him either.
Now, Doc, Mr. Jones is a decent man. After all, he could have killed 15 or 20 men.
Decent? If he had 1 ounce of decency, he would have killed them. Now I've got to work all day extracting 45 slugs.
My company will pay you, Doctor.
I don't need money. I need time.
Wyatt, what are you doing, mining or fighting?
I've been fighting. Where have you been and where are my guns?
I got them right here. Is the fight still going on, or did you get selfish?
What, with 3,000 miners? You want to do some fighting, there's still plenty left. I'm going to go and try and find Dick Gerd. He's the head of the miners. He ought to be over at the hospital. Well, you hang on to those guns, they're Emma Clanton's. Yeah, you were right, Doc. This is the meanest town I ever saw.
Sure empty this street. What do you got against Dick Gerd?
You gotta call the miners off, being as that he runs them.
Does he know who you are?
Oh, he thinks I'm a cowboy. Wait here, would you?
Don't worry, Sam. You'll be back in action in no time.
Mr. Gerd, I'd like to talk to you outside.
You. I'd like nothing better.
Mr. Gerd, if you want to go on with this fight, you're going to be next. Now, when I came into this town, I was unarmed and alone.
A Clanton is never alone.
Emma Clanton? Looks like I'll have to introduce you, gentlemen. Dick Gerd, I want you to meet Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp? In Dodge City?
Look out!
Well, you're Wyatt Earp, all right. I'll tell my boys the fighting's over.
Come on, you ain't hit that back.
Maybe it's just begun.
What makes you think so? We miners made a mistake about him. We won't bother him again.
Can you vouch for the Clantons, too?
They won't start anything without a reason.
The deacon has the miserable character of a man who can't turn his back on evil, and Tombstone is evil.
Well, Doc, I ain't going to be here that long.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.